Hello! So I recently traveled to Victoria. Victoria, British Columbia is an incredibly important place to me. It holds a lot of sentimental value. Victoria was the last place that we saw my dad. My dad passed away on December 7th, 2014. And 5 days before he passed away, we went on vacation with him to Victoria, and we just had such an amazing time there. It was just incredible, and Victoria is probably my favorite city in Canada. I've traveled to quite a few places in Canada, but it might just be that sentimental value. And someday, when I become a successful author, I plan on moving to Victoria. So yes, while I was in Victoria, I threw together some vlogs just around the city and around places that I went to with my dad. And you guys can check it out. I'll leave a link here or somewhere. And yeah, you guys can check it out and tell me what you think. And tell me if I should do more vlogs around cities. So if you clicked on this video, you've obviously read the title. So I'm gonna get right into it, guys. I have a book haul of the books that I got in Victoria that I'm going to show you. The first books that I bought were at Monroe's Bookstore, which is an incredible bookstore. You could check it out in my video. I did a recording around there. And it's just an amazing bookstore. And that's actually the very last spot that I saw my dad, because that was where we said goodbye to him before he had to head off to work, was in Monroe's Bookstore. So first off, I got some bookmarks from Monroe's Bookstore, which are really cool. I got them for free when I bought my books. These last ones here are actually a picture of Monroe's Bookstore, the outside of it. I'm going to show you an incredible, beautiful book that I bought there, and that is Moby-Dick by Herman Melville. This is the Penguin's Drop Cap edition, and I just think it is such an amazing copy. Even the pages are blue. I'm excited to start Moby-Dick because I've never read it, but I'm also quite intimidated by it, because my teacher in my short fiction and novel class told me that Moby-Dick is an extremely dense book. He told me there was like a whole chapter on sperm whales, like just explaining what they are. He said you could have basically taken that chapter and put it in a textbook and you wouldn't know the difference. So I'm a little bit worried about getting into this because it's very long and very descriptive, but I know I'm going to read it one day because it's a classic. And the next book I bought, which, oh my goodness, it's probably the most good-looking book I own, and that is Peter Pan by Jim A. Barrie. Just look at this edition. That is well done. Good job. Good job. There's all these illustrations and interactive elements in it, like this crocodile clock, this map of Skull Rock, a newspaper clipping, and there's so much more in this book. It's just incredible. I have never yet ventured into Neverland. I've never read Peter Pan, and I'm extremely happy that my first experience is going to be with this edition, because this edition is just amazing. A while ago, I saw a video by Bangity Bangs, and he was reading, like, the first chapter of Peter Pan over YouTube, which I thought was a great idea. I mean, that's really cool. I don't know if Bangity Bangs is doing that as, like, a tag or something, and he tags the next person to read. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't look into it, but I would be really interested in doing that. I think that sounds really cool. So the last book that I got at Monroe's Bookstore is Hollow City by Ransom. I loved Miss Peregrine's. I don't know why I haven't read this book yet, but I found it for $7, I think it was, on sale, so I picked it up, and I gotta catch up for A Library of Souls, so I should be reading this pretty soon. So those are all the books I got at Monroe's Bookstore, but next I headed over to a thrift store, and I picked up a couple other books there. So the first one is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This book takes place in a futuristic London, and the main protagonist, Paige Mahoney, is working in the underworld of London as a dreamwalker. And a dreamwalker is a rare type of clairvoyant that can basically hack into people's minds to retrieve information. Just the concept alone for this book sounds really intriguing, but I've seen a lot of mixed reviews of it on Goodreads, and I've heard mixed things from it from people, so I'm going to be a bit careful going into this one, but I definitely want to review it sometime and give my own opinion and see how I like it. Next, I picked up some Goosebumps books by R.L. Stine. The first one is A Night in Terror Tower, Bad Hair Day, and Calling All Creeps. I'm slowly trying to acquire all the Goosebumps books. So then I picked up 3 books for my nephew, though I'm sure I'm going to love them too. And that is The Tale of Johnny Townmouse, The Tale of Benjamin Bunny, and The Tale of Mr. Todd. All of these are by Beatrix Potter, and Beatrix Potter is the author of the Peter Rabbit series, which is just a really cute children's book. It kind of reminds me of A Wind in the Willows, if you've ever read that, and I love A Wind in the Willows. And then lastly, I picked up a couple comic books for $2. I got Doctor Strange, a second Doctor Strange one. I decided to get these Doctor Strange comics because there's going to be a Doctor Strange movie with Benedict Cumberbatch, so I kind of want to catch up on what Doctor Strange is about. And then I got New Spring, the comic book version, which is from the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. I have not read the Wheel of Time series yet, but I've heard tremendous things about it, and I do plan on reading it, but it is a very long series and very thick books, but I do plan on starting them sometime. So that's all as far as books, but I also want to show off a couple other random items that I bought when I was in Victoria. So at that same thrift shop, I also picked up a Nintendo 64, and I have so many memories playing Nintendo 64. It is such a great system. I mean, they had GoldenEye, they had Super Mario 64, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Banjo-Kazooie, Majora's Mask, Star Fox 64. There was just so many good games. So much good. But sadly, this system that I bought for $40 does not work. It's broken, and I can't take it back now because I'm no longer in Victoria. So sadly, that was a waste of money. And then from the mall in Victoria, I picked up this very cool picture of Link from The Legend of Zelda, and I don't know where to put it yet, but I will find a place, because it is amazing. So that's all, guys. Thank you for watching. I will leave a link to my Goodreads and my Tumblr down below if you want to contact me or just check that out. Feel free to message me or make a comment. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video.